One.
Welcome to Powerhouse Recording Studios. This used to be one of the largest studios in this area. People like Will Smith, Patti LaBelle, everybody came through here. Back in the 80s, this was a big hopping place. Dancing on Air, this used to be the home offices of Dancing on Air and Dance Party USA, which is actually in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most aired dance shows, because they were on 6 days a week and Bandstand was only on once a week.
Wow.
So they have over 400 or some shows cataloged with the Historic Society. We gave Madonna their first break. We gave Bon Jovi their first break. Just about anybody who was anybody in the 80s had to go through the show to get airplay.
Wow.
Radio.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
A lot of history here.
A lot of history in this building.
Now, how long has this place been here for?
This particular operation has been around, it's got to be since about the early 80s, I would say. The building itself is probably older than that, but I think they moved in around the, I would think, maybe late 70s, early 80s when they came in. The Flyers, Dave Schultz did his recording here. Keep Me Out of the Penalty Box, I think it was called back then. The Phillies did their, Harry Callis was a good friend of Michael's, who owns the place. They used to have, we did the Phillies records here, we did the Flyers stuff, we did, like I said, we did the demos for a lot of people, and we did some master recordings. Today, I still produce Billy Paul. He's a very good friend of mine. The Intruders, the Tramps, a lot of people came through. I mean, everybody, and like I said, anybody who was anybody, at least either came to this building or we actually worked with at the TV station. So
amazing.
It is amazing. And back there we have the recording facilities that are pretty much in disarray right now.
Yeah, it looks like it.
We thousands of records. The Hooters were very good friends of ours. We gave them their start on Dancing on Air and Dance Party. Without the show, a lot of these artists might not have ever made it, to tell you the truth.
Wow.
But the show is really one of the more popular things that actually happened down here. It's now called Omniplex 2000, but it was the offices of Dancing on Air and Dance Party. This in here right now is a little control room, but it actually used to be the drum room.
Okay.
And this is where a lot of people did their drums. We had all these people on the show too. We have everybody from Jermaine Jackson, Michael. Well, Michael wasn't on the show, but the Intruders, Bon Jovi, Billy Paul, you name it, Bobby Brown,
DJ Jazzy Jeff, even.
Oh yeah, well, we did their demo. Jazzy Jeff. Here we go, right here. This is when we did the demo, and that's right in this building. You can see the pictures and everything. That's this building. Patti LaBelle was here. LL Cool J was here. Paula Abdul, Debbie Gibson. My band, Hit the Ground Running, who actually on eBay is the #1 selling record of all times on eBay. It sells for $1,900.
Wow, man.
And that's this album right here, Sudden Impact. If you can find that on eBay, which there's one up there for sale right now, it usually goes for a minimum of about $800.
Wow, incredible.
It is incredible. And then, like I said, this was, Duran Duran. It's a funny story about Duran Duran. They were very scared to do TV. So what happened was, what we did was we took them in before the show started, taped their segment, and then they lip synced to it there, and then we played it back. So they were never in the room with all the kids.
Yeah, live.
Yeah, because they didn't want to do it. Madonna, we gave her start. England, Dan and John Forcoli. Here's the Phillies album we did. It's narrated by Harry Callis.
Cool.
On the other, we did Howdy Doody was done here too. The Power Up record was done here. If you can find the Power Up album, that's worth about $1.50 on eBay. The Jets, Menudo, we gave them all their starts. The Jets, I actually did a New Year's show with those guys. My band did.
Wow.
I used to host the show a couple times too.
Did you?
Yeah, when they, in between hosts, since I was around and they knew I was a pretty outgoing person, they let me host the show a couple times.
Wow.
This safe has probably been here longer than...
Yeah, man.
That safe is ancient, and it's original.
That looks like it's from early 1900s, late 1800s.
It is, and when I say it weighs a ton,
oh, it's beyond a ton. No, it's probably literally a ton, if not more.
Now this is what we used to use as the live room. over here, basically for string instruments and things of that sort. If somebody had a bigger drum set or something, but they wanted to use the live room. Right now, it's set up to do some PAX TV interview shows. We used to put the cameras back in here. We face over here, and it looks like basically a sound stage when you put it on camera. But this is all pretty much done and over with now. We have back here with the vocal booth. As you can see, it actually says it there. Vocal booth. This is where this is where Will did his stuff. Everybody did their vocals right in this room. This was the control room. At one time, there was a big old Neve 32 by 8 board that used to sit right here.
Probably took up the whole room.
It did pretty much take up the whole room, as a matter of fact, it did. It was huge. There used to be holes here because we ran the wires underneath, so there were no wires in this building at all. Everything was built from underneath up. These are the old 1-inch tapes that, you know, channel 6, channel 10, 17, they all used for video. There's your video screen, there's your vector scope, and there's your waveform generator.
For each machine itself.
For each machine itself, exactly. And what it did was it did 4 tracks of audio and it did a track of video.
Now, do you remember how much these machines were when they were brand new?
They had to be well over $100,000
a piece.
A piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And same with the board. The Neve board back in the day was anywhere from 60 to 100,000 too.
Yeah.
These were old Yuri 809s. These used to be one of our main
studio
speakers,
monitors,
along with Yamaha SN10s. They were pretty much industry standard. Right now, this is being used for transferring some of the archive stuff to DVD and/or to tape. And
a lot of studios still use them too.
A lot of studios still use these too, as a matter of fact, and the SN10s.
I'd definitely be interested in them.
Absolutely. And the old beta machines, these things were worth about 40 grand back in the day. And now you're lucky if you can get $100 for them.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
HD came out and these things went right down the tube. Actually, about 5 years ago, before HD actually came out full, these things were still worth about 5 grand.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago, I could have sold these units for 5 grand. Now, like I said, I'm lucky to get $100 for them.
And you know, probably in 30 years, they'll be worth another 5 grand. Who knows?
And you might be right. That's that UMAX was before that, and we have UMAC machines too.
Now, do you have the tapes for these, like blanks?
We have some blanks. We also have some regular beta too that has some shows on them. These are betas here.
Yeah.
Now these are the smaller betas.
Yeah, those are the regular commercial grade, consumer.
Well, no, not necessarily. As long as it says beta KMSP, these are just the same as these here.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it's just and these machines take this.
Right, sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a UMAC. That's my bad. That goes with these. But these machines take the larger ones like that and the smaller ones.
Oh, so it takes both.
Yes, it does.
That's sweet.
It is sweet. It's very sweet, actually.
Oh.
So, and they, as far as I know, most of them do work, but everything's being sold as is.
Sure, of course.
Let me see if this is a beta. Yeah, here. That might be a beta. Now, see, this should fit in here. No, these aren't the beta. These are UMAC too.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I get the point.
Yeah, these are.
I've seen the tapes before.
Yeah, I mean, they look like this. They're just a little bit thinner. I'm surprised. These must be old UMACs that he's trying to transfer. Everything and everything.
So where's the real historical stuff?
Well,
if there's anything left.
Yeah, that's the point. There's a lot of stuff that's been going, either sold or he's keeping. We have some really old typewriters upstairs and some things of that sort. These were there's a couple things over here. Some of the first Macs that were made. We have 2. There's one right here, as a matter of fact. Macintosh Performa. That's a 575, which was pretty interesting. You know, to a collector. You know,
is it an integration system?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I just came across an early Atari.
There's a few things upstairs. Records. There was probably at least about 6,000 to 10,000 records here at one
That's
time.
all you, Victor.
Yeah, they already picked through this stuff.
Have you?
Yeah, nah, some other guys did. I wish I would have called Vic before that because he's the man here. Yeah. Downstairs, all the tapes, all the shows. As a matter of fact, let me take you down since your video. Go ahead. I'm going to show you something that nobody gets to see.
Sweet. VIP pass tour, guys.
Absolutely, because this right here is, I'll show you right in here, if there's a light. I know there is somewhere. But these tapes that you see in here, is it on the outside?
I don't see anything.
Messing up my video here, man. Alright, anyway, these tapes in here are all the dance party reels. As you can see, they're numbered too. 1986 to 1991, 1981 to 1987. These are all the dance party shows. Every single show is in here.
Amazing.
Every single show, period. And more. These are all the masters. As you can see, it goes way back. Oh, yeah. And it's fully stocked. Everything's named, marked. It'll even tell you who was on the show, too. Usually on the cover. Like Vanity.
This stuff's probably impossible to find, too, for someone that's been looking for one of these shows.
That's correct. And, you know, most of the shows have been copied to DVD.
Have they?
So they can be, if somebody's looking for it or was on the show, we can actually supply them with a DVD copy of the show, which is pretty unique, actually. This is some old stuff down here. We got tools. But basically, the room I was showing you is that one. I wish the light was on so I could take you through a little more of a tour. But this is where they used to fix the equipment. This is where they stored the stuff. Basically, now it's just a big junk warehouse.
Yeah, just for storage.
Yeah. If you're into computer stuff, there's some modems and routers over there.
Not really.
Okay. So, yeah, so this, basically what I was trying to show you down here was the tape room. And anybody who came in and out of here had to sign in and out.
A waiver?
Yeah, pretty much saying that you weren't going to take a tape on, you know, when you walked out, there wasn't a tape under your belt, because they're all registered with the Historic Society. So if there's a tape missing, that's an issue.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's all with the government now. Well.
Now, isn't that stuff still like copyright?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything is. There's not too much that's public domain right now with that stuff. It's all cataloged and stored. Now we have 3 floors in this building.
Wow.
Well, counting the basement 4. I'm going to show you a few things here.
I just love these old funky old recording studios. You know, they got the charm. You can't find in something that's modern.
And I'll tell you, that place had some great sounds. This is where we stored a lot of the records. Where all the records, like I said, most of them have been picked through already. But there are some stuff in here that might be pretty good. And thousands and thousands of records. Like I said, these were filled to the brim.
Mark.
Hey, man.
Now in here,
Let me scoop by you real quick.
That's my audio guy.
there was more equipment in here than there is now, but there is still some stuff here. A lot of old stuff. Like, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, there's a few tube things there. There's a bogan. There's, see, most of the stuff's gone. Here's the studio I was telling you about, though. With the manuals. We have manuals for everything.
PR99?
Yeah. PR99s. More SP cam. Now, these were cool. These were the cameras for broadcast. And what they would do is they would go feed into a bag, which used to have this in it. Which would basically be in a bag, in a backpack. Okay, and this is what they used to carry around.
That's like what, 30 pounds?
Nah, it's not that heavy.
No?
Nah, maybe about 15.
Okay.
Not even that. And you put it around your back, you plug it into here. There's no tape in there. It comes right to this. Take this back, pop your tape out, you were done. So it's pretty cool, and we had all the battery connectors and everything that went with that. They're all in there. But this one here, I'm surprised this is ours. That can be sold. We got video switchers.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of the stuff was from channel 6. That's why I said all this stuff over here is channel 6. So that stuff over there is all just being stored here for these guys.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff though, a lot of sorting.
There is. There's a lot of old equipment like this type of thing here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, interesting pieces.
Transmission measuring.
Yes, interesting pieces that you just don't find anywhere really. They look like just little AC
Power
adapters,
supply.
supplies. Yep, so you don't have to keep charging your batteries. These are all VU meters. You got, these are basically color correction units. There's a few more color correction units on the other side. There was a lot more stuff here earlier. A lot of people bought them. The SRV 2000, the Roland, that's a nice unit. That was big back then. It was like the SPX 90 back in the
that's
day.
the standard.
Yeah, that's going. There's a DVD player. Gates. These weren't that bad back in the day. These actually worked really well. Let me see what else we have. There's a collator there.